Hello everybody, welcome back. On this episode of Taking Over Lisa's channel, I'm looking at the Shadowscapes Companion. Shadowscapes Tarot. This is the companion book. The creators are Stephanie Pumanla and Barbara Moore. Okay, so as always, I do the reading. Lisa picks up the deck. This is the deck that she has chosen for me this week. I'm a little... Not dubious. This is a beautiful deck, by the way. You guys are going to like this. I'm not dubious because of the deck. I am a little concerned because I don't always do well with a deck if I can't immediately recognize this. Oh, that's the swords. That's the wands. And that is... I'm not sure what suit that is. Oh, that's the moon card. 21. That's the world. Okay, that came out reversed. They all came out reversed. Something's wrong here. Oh, okay. These are all going to go upright today because only some of these cards are reversed. So I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with reversals today. Okay. So this week's reading, and again, I do this based on... I don't know how to explain this. I do this based on messages from the universe, which means that generally speaking, I'm not going past, present, future. I'm not doing anything of the sort. I kind of let the universe tell me what's going on. So this is a major arcana card, but it's at the end of the reading. So I think in the context of a weekly reading for the collective, I think that I would assume that these are things that are going to lead to this at the end of the week. So this is the shit that's going to happen. This is kind of going to be the outcome that you're looking for, trying for, working towards. I don't want to say or do much beyond that because I want to make sure that I am taking my time, obviously. As always, I go through I work with the book. So let's just go there. Straight to the book. Straight to the book. Come on, come on. It's not the Hangman. Yeah, I got to get all the way up to 21. I got to get all the way up to 21. 17, the star. The moon. The world. Come on, where's the world? Where's the world? Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's not it. No. 1, 4. The sun. There it is. There's the world. Okay, the bigger the book, the slower the reading. So that's just a fact of life that we all have to deal with. So the ending is the world. I just wanted to find that one first because that was going to be the... Okay, and that's the 2. Let's find the swords. Let us find the 3. Oh, the 3 of Swords is heartbreak. The 3 of Swords is difficult choices. I mean, I already know that. I already know that about the 3 of Swords. So, like the 3 of Swords are... Look, there's the broken heart right there. There's the swords piercing through the goose. Let me just get these into a better position so you guys can see them. That's something I'm probably going to be working on forever, is making sure I get these in a good spot. Okay, so... 3 of Swords is not a great card to start with. So something's going to happen. Something's going to happen to wreck your day. You're going to be starting the week or the weekend with something that's going to happen, and it's going to wreck your day. It's going to break your heart. You are not going to be happy. I mean, I see this as a heartbreaking decision. So let's see what the book says. As always, everything that I think of the deck is not mitigated by, but every deck has its own flavor, its own nuance. So I always but I always at least take a look at what the deck says. The book says. Here the grand strength and beauty of a swan is brought down by betrayal. She mourns with blood tears for the wounding of the heart. She is far from a helpless creature. She will fight ferociously to defend herself or her young, and yet there is no sign of struggle. Perhaps she bared herself as a sacrifice. So this is kind of not necessarily backstabbing, but there is some energy of that there. She stepped forth alone and laid down her defenses. Was it anguish and grief that brought her down? There is grief and heartbreak in the 3 of Swords. And like I said, it's the heartbreak card. Somebody's going to break your heart. I mean, The degree of hurt, this is basically a week ahead reading. The degree of hurt can actually be fairly minor in the grand scheme of week to week existence, but it could, for some of you this could be a pretty significant event. There is no one to give solace or lend a hand. Has everyone deserted in this time of greatest need? The world abandons and betrays by turning its back on the destruction of beauty and the rending of a fragile emotional state. So somebody's going to hurt your feelings, somebody's going to really hurt your feelings. And now it could be that they took the last cookie and you were pissed because you were looking forward to it all day. You're going to have your feelings hurt. With this being a week-to-week reading, we can all keep our fingers crossed and hope that it's going to be minor. Like I said, somebody took the last cookie when you really, really wanted it. That can still be a Three of Swords moment for you. So, but that's what's going to start. That's going to have an impact on your week, and it's really unfortunate, but it's not necessarily going to be the best week for you. Overcoming pain, the weeping of the heart is perhaps a necessary cleansing. Let that torment drain away, be purified of the black blood, and lift up the white wings to dance in the sky once again. So, again, yeah, I hate seeing this card at the beginning of a reading because it's usually because something shitty happened. So this week is somebody hurt your feelings, and you're going to be spending at least part of the week getting over it. That's just a blunt thing. Now, I always see the twos as having an element of choice, even when there seems to be no choice. So maybe somebody hurt your feeling and you need to decide whether or not to say something. You need to decide whether or not to walk away from that person, that situation, whether or not to just let it go. Because it's really easy for people to hurt your feelings or for you to hurt other people's feelings in small, inconsequential ways. And it's really easy to end up in a big, huge feud with somebody over something that really wasn't that big of a deal. This is a reading for the collective. So collectively, hopefully for some of you guys, it's not a big deal. For most of you guys, everybody. Anyway, the Two of Wands. She surveys the lands that lie before her. This is her domain. I should get the card up a little. I should maybe get this camera in a little bit lower. There we go. So that's the Two of Wands. She surveys the lands that lie before her. This is her domain. It is filled with her subjects, and she has ruled over all that the eye can see from the high vantage point, and as have her ancestors before her. For a moment, her sight hazes, and she sees a vision of what she might accomplish in the years to come. Having been granted this power at last, this is the chance to bring her dreams to fruition and to build the reality that she has long envisioned for these lands. So somebody's going to piss you off, hurt your feelings, or upset you, and you're going to go, fine, I'm just going to do it my way now. This isn't a bad combination when you think of it that way. Sometimes our biggest betrayals can lead to our greatest successes. So maybe somebody took credit for something that you didn't. Maybe somebody took credit at work for something that you did. And now you need to say, oh, fuck that shit. I'm going to go let the boss know right now because I can keep my head down and my mouth shut in order to get along with this person, or I can go tell the boss because I've got the receipts, right? Somebody's going to piss you off, upset you, break your heart, but you do have the options. She knows she must grasp the reins of power tightly. She must be bold and certain and unwavering in the path that she etches for her people. So you can get through this. Somebody's going to upset you, but you're going to be fine. Her companion, the lion, knows his place as king of the beasts. He embodies courage and authority. From the pinnacle, he boldly stares down any who dare to challenge the two of them. So somebody's got your back. Is what this is saying. This is saying somebody's got your back, right? The Two of Wands is the emblem of personal power and influence, authority, and courage. Now is the time to be bold and inventive and not to shy away from doing what is necessary. Because if people are making you feel like this, then you've got nothing to lose, right? Now is the time. So now if it's a small matter, then it's probably just as simple as going, hey, this really upset me. Oh, okay, sorry. And I still always wish for this to be small issues that don't matter. But this is something to be aware of. Oh, I'm going to keep smacking that camera. No, sorry about the vertigo, guys. Okay. Yeah, now is the time to be bold and inventive and not shy away from doing what is necessary, but also beware of letting the intoxication of power cloud the mind and judgment. So yeah, somebody's going to piss you off, upset you, do whatever, and you have the power to do something about it. Don't go too far. Don't go so far. Don't go so far overboard in dealing with this that you end up being the asshole in the situation. But you do have what you need. You do have, now is the time to say, oh, fuck it, I'm not letting this bother me anymore. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I am not letting this bring me down anymore. And it doesn't, like I said, I don't necessarily see any huge major, and of course I'm also projecting what I see in my week as a thing. For me personally, I don't like, oh, maybe Lisa and I are going to have a fight and then we're going to talk about it. Right? So it doesn't have to be hugely traumatic, but it's going to be there, and you're going to get your feelings hurt. Maybe your kid's going to tell you off. Maybe your kid is going to go, I hate the way you cook. It's going to be, okay, then there's a peanut butter and jam. Cook for yourself from now on, right? It might be pretty simple, basic shit that you may have been even expecting it. Okay, the last card here is the World. The pulse of the world ripples in an affirmation of all the life that it holds and all the death that passes, every leaf and tree, every creature, from the smallest of insects to the great singing whales. The patterns that they weave as they are born and die and cycle onward, all tremble in unison with that single heartbeat, brought together by a mighty conductor. It is wonderfully discordant harmony, the essence of balance, the unity of disparate parts. She sets the crown of insight lightly on her brow. She wears the girdle of truth. She reaches within and feels the lifeline that she is connected to as well. She touches it, and it is like a tangible presence in her heart, delicate but strong. The shining web of connection stretches from her heart and out into the ether. And then she reaches out with her mind, above so high. She feels at one with the soaring birds, knows the stretch and strain of wing muscles flexing and balancing in the wind, and knows the kiss of sunlight on her outstretched leaves and branches. Feels the slow erosion of water over stone over the millennia. The meaning, okay, satisfaction and peace of mind. So this is actually a good way to end your week. A successful conclusion at the end is in sight. Achieving balance, melding and blending to bring together in unison the multiple songs of life. The world is a card of realized goals and prosperity. So whatever happened here, and whatever you do about it here, you're going to end the week in a really, it's like, this is good now. This is going to be good now. Maybe this person apologizes to you. Maybe this situation, maybe you walk away from a situation. Maybe, like I said, your coworker takes credit for some of your work, but you've got the receipts and you're like, oh, I ain't taking this anymore. So you go tell your boss, and then you get a fucking promotion. And whether or not that person loses their job becomes irrelevant to you if this person is doing this to you intentionally, right? Or, your kid says they don't like their cooking and that hurts your feelings. You tell them, okay, then do your own cooking from now on. And they immediately realize they're being dicks and go, I'm really sorry. I was just being a dick today and I shouldn't have done that to you. You never know. But this is going to end with you on the high ground, you in the high place with the high note, you feeling good. And deservedly. When one's goals have been reached, there's a space, a quiet breath of a moment in time when a feeling of ultimate fulfillment spills through the consciousness. It is wondrous and precious. It is a wondrous and precious moment, the culmination of hard work to see your dreams come true and to know that elusively mythical treasure promised in fairy tales the heart's desire. So your early start to the week is going to be kind of crap. Okay. You're going to make some choices, and it doesn't mean like, he didn't like the movie that I picked, so I'm going to dump him. It's not that. I don't see it as being that extreme. And maybe for some of you it will be. Like I said, you always project your own thoughts and feelings on how I'm projecting how I think my week is going to go. So that's going to play a part in how I'm going to do the reading. But something shitty's going to happen. You're going to have that opportunity to make the right choice. Somebody's got your back. Look at this lion. Look, she's riding a lion. She's riding a lion. Somebody's got her back. Okay, she can go out and be brave and do the thing because people have her back. She's not doing this alone. She's not isolated. And at the end of it all, it's going to be like, yeah, this is what you should have done. Good for you. This is awesome. So, yeah, shitty start, great ending, and life will be good. Let's draw another card and see what it says. These cards are really cool. And when you turn it, if you look at the bottom corner, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not. When you turn it into the right light, the card appears, but otherwise you don't see it, and it's not really, I can see it regardless of the light. The camera's only picking it up when you get it in the right light, but every card is, so card number 12. I know most of you guys have, well, not most of you guys, I know a bunch of you guys have got the major arcana numbers memorized to go, well, that's this card. It's like, I'm not that good. I'm good at doing readings. I'm not good at remembering the cards. I have every confidence in my reading. I'm very confident in my readings. I just, come on, 12. Let's go. The wheel. It's not the wheel. It's not justice. It is, come on, listen to, oh, the Hanged Man. So this is going to come out by the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, again, about taking your time, sitting back, contemplating. So something's going to happen. Something's going to heartbreak. Something's going to happen. And you're going to, so this is going to happen. This is going to be the outcome. And this is going to be the key to all of that. That's kind of how I see it. When I'm pulling the extra cards, it's like, when I pull an extra card, it's like, what is the mitigating factor? What's going to have a role in all of this? So cultivating your ability to, letting go and surrendering to experience and emotional release. So that's kind of good news, because that means that whatever this is all about is probably not necessarily something somebody's doing to you intentionally. This heartbreak may not be an intentional heartbreak. I don't think people are treating it, I don't think it's necessary that anybody is treating you like shit on purpose. The Hangman is the slow down and think about things card, which is fine. So don't jump into just reacting without thinking. Take the time, think about it, contemplate what's going on. It urges you to the Hanged Man also urges you to reverse your view of the world and see things in a new light. Sometimes a change in one's perspective of the world is required, a subtle shifting in the state of mind. So you're going to get through this by giving yourself time to think, okay, that happened. I'm not happy. This hurt my feelings. Now, what could I do? What should I do? What will I do? And that's your Hangman. That's the sitting back and contemplating energy. So there you go. So shitty start to the week, but with some contemplation and the willingness to engage in some bold action. And bold is relative to you. Okay? What's bold to me might be like so over the top insane to you, or vice versa. What's bold to you might seem like almost inactive to me. So this is very much personal. But action that feels bold to you, somebody will have your back, somebody will support you through this, you will come out the other side, and engaging in your ability to look at the bigger picture, contemplate, and act with awareness is going to make the difference for you. And that is that. That is the reading for the week. Thanks for hanging out with me. I should leave the cards up. I should leave the cards up when I say goodbye, but I never think to. But that is the energy going into next week. That is the mitigating factor. Everything was upright, so there was no huge surprises here. And your week may not start off the greatest, but it's going to end just fine. In the meantime, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your perspectives and your thoughts. I mean, I don't always get it right. And, maybe this is right for some of you. Maybe this was like, oh my God, that was a waste of time for me. I don't know. I want to hear it. I want to hear it all. I want to hear the feedback. I am still in learning mode. I mean, my wife, absolutely. She's an expert. I'm not. So this is also an educational exercise for me. So if there's extra information that you think I missed, that you think I need to know, that you think matters to what I said or did or read, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear your feedback so I can improve on my own practice. In the meantime, I'll let you guys go. Have a great day. Bye.